education. There are many studies about this. The education is related to income, which determines spending power. Not necessarily always true, but I always tell people that while you may be studying in BCom, while you may be trying to major in marketing, you most likely will not end up in marketing. Okay, you might end up doing something else entirely. So what you're trying to do now is get a degree. What exactly is a degree, in your opinion? What exactly is a degree at the end of the day?
Piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper that does what?
That defines your education level.
That defines your education, yes, but it signifies to someone, oh, I know how to.
Defines your income.
You know, yes, potentially. Well, I'm going to cover this slide, okay? Because this is always true. It kind of signifies that you have the ability to write a report, you're able to read, you're able to synthesize information, you're able to articulate some ideas and speak about it, right? That's exactly what that is. That's what the degree is for, right? So we've got people who is in zoology that's working in the healthcare system, but have nothing to do with animals, all right? We can have people that is in, say, urban planning, okay, doing a marketing course right now. So ultimately, it doesn't really matter what degree, unless you're looking to enter into some professional schools. Otherwise, they're all more or less the same. Okay, it's more about can you actually get that one job in the first place. Okay, and then how you actually navigate this world determines your income power, or not income power, income and spending power. Not so much about how much education you have. You can do 20 years of education, okay, it's like 20 years of education, and you have like very, very advanced education, but education does not equal jobs. At the graduation date, they don't hand out job for you, it doesn't work like that, right? So I always tell the fourth year graduate, they come to me, they always ask about this, we discuss this at length. If you got a job offer, take that first. More schooling may not necessarily equate to a job down the road, okay? Because by the time you finish your schooling, the person that was holding the job most likely already have risen through the ranks, okay? Anyway, something to think about. Technological advances is also a big environmental factors. As we know, technology has evolved quite a bit that allowed us to do things in different ways. Now everybody is a cashier, yes? Everybody is able to check out on their own. I've always wanted to be a cashier, but I never really applied. I always look over the cashier and go, I wish I can do that too. I wish I can ask the person to let me scan, okay? But I don't need to do that anymore. I can do it myself, okay? And after doing it a few times, I'm like, that's no big deal. Anyways, that's an example of how technology has evolved and changed the way that we market services. Next one is economic situations. From foreign currency fluctuations to inflation to interest rate, these are all big, big phenomena. Okay? As business students, we need to minimally know what do we mean by foreign currency fluctuations. What does that mean? We don't need to be a financial expert in it, but we need to know what that means generally. Yes, as a business student. So foreign currency fluctuation just generally refers to, right? If you're going to exchange a dollar here versus another currency from another country, all right, is that currency comparable from yesterday to the day prior, to a month ago, to a year ago, right? What's that fluctuation? And so that fluctuation is highly tied to our economic strength as a country and our import-export powers. Combined with inflation, what is inflation? Okay, 1 and 2, yes.
Going up and up, continues to change.
Yes, so value of something continue to increase, all right? Most likely in price. Yes.
Same thing that amount of like by percentage if something increased over the year.
That's right. Yep. Okay. Typically, we associate that with things that we can purchase, right? Something of value. Very good. So inflation, yes, is a marker for typically economists and banks to see how much goods and services have risen in price. And if they have risen too much than average, if they look at various averages, then they can tell that we're above inflation, normal inflation, or below normal inflation. If we're above normal inflation, what does that mean? If prices have risen up too much, what does that mean? One way to look at it is that there's too much buying happening. when there's too much buying, businesses will increase the price. Okay? Let's assume, class, that we all like potato chips. I like potato chips, okay? And we kept on buying. I buy 10 bags, you buy 2 bags, and then I keep on buying, and then you buy more and more next time. Eventually, what will happen to the manufacturers that are selling those chips? Business is good. Wow, people are demanding for it. We will.
So to sustain the amount, the demand, well, so you have to increase the price.
That's right. We're going to increase our price because demand is so strong, and chances are people will still continue to buy, right? So that continues to go up. And so when there's too much buying, it means that people are spending too much. Maybe there's too much money in the market, and that can create a problem. And so government will clamp that down. How do they control inflation? They control inflation by controlling the amount of money circulating, and that's done by interest rates. Okay? They make it more difficult for people to borrow money, so there's lesser money floating around buying bags of chips. Okay? So interest rates is the cost of borrowing money. That's what that is. Interest rate is the cost of borrowing money. Right now, interest rates in Canada is still very, very low, historical lows. Not as low as before, but still one of the lowest times in our 100-year history. Political, legal environment. What will happen in October?
Election.
Election, that's right. And do you have any prediction? Who will win? Which party?
Liberal.
Liberal? So you believe Trudeau government will remain in power?
I hope so.
Oh, okay. You hope so? Sorry, what?
I mean, after what recently just happened.
Oh, yes. Okay, anyone else? Okay, well, can you imagine how the opposing party right now is trying to latch onto the recent news of Trudeau? Like,
Yeah.
they probably let it go because it's so important for them. Anyhow, you know, when there's a change in government, companies and industries always watch for changes in regulation. Okay? Because those changes will fundamentally change the way how they operate as well. Okay? Those regulations include things such as Competition Act, Labeling Act, Food Trucks Act, etc. There's a lot of changes, including negotiations with NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreements. Okay. Next one is social and natural trends. Consumer or greener. Are you green? When we say are you green, what does that mean? Are you environmentally conscious? Good. Are you environmentally friendly? Do you recycle? Are you avid recycling person? Or do you just throw it somewhere?
I think green is always associated with that nature, climate side.
Yes.
Especially now.
Yes.
Marketing trends.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very big. You know, it used to be the case where people want beautiful packaging, loud, big, colorful packaging. Okay? That takes layers and layers to work apart and you get a little product. But now consumers, the trends have shifted. People are looking for smart packaging that's eco-friendly as well. And so they actually prefer they prefer sellers that know how to be more green. We're also moving towards more concerns about privacy. Everyone now has a phone, and a phone can do a lot of things. Yes? Suddenly now everyone is a reporter. Right? An incident's happening, people report. They record themselves, they broadcast themselves as well. And so there's issues of privacy and time for society. I mean, I want to say this is necessarily a phenomenon today only, but it's always going to be time for. But the reason why this is heightened is because of technology. We expect people to respond faster. We expect people to be able to get things done quicker because of the use of the phone, because of the ability of the internet, and because of the ability of telecommunications in general. All right, so we talked about greener consumers. I think that's that for all of this. Okay, so as I went through an overview of this. At this moment, I'd like to go through your Module 1, Marketing Metrics. And then after this, we'll take a break. Okay? So, bear with me on this, okay? Okay. So today we're going to be looking at fixed, variable, and one-time fixed. You're probably wondering, what am I talking about, right? When I'm writing fixed, variable, and one-time fixed. Basically, the way how it works is as follows. An organization has a lot of expenses, but you need to be able to categorize those expenses in their respective categories. Some expenses are fixed. Some expenses are variable. And some expenses are one-time fixed. Okay, so in total, we will be looking at how many types of expenses? 3 types of expense. That's it. 3 types. Very simple. We'll be looking at 3 types of expenses. All right. So first one variable, second one fixed, and third one-time fixed cost, also known as capital cost. Let's go through some examples right now. Because you can see on this slide here. I don't know if this is a good example because it's got a little bit of everything. So maybe I'll verbalize it for you. Okay? Anything that is considered as verbal is tied to the volume of production. The more you produce, all right, the more you sell, the more of your variable cost. Example: if you're going to sell, say, I don't know, a hot dog, all right, you're a hot dog stand. The more hot dogs that you sell, you're going to have to purchase more spices. You're going to have to purchase more sauces. You're going to have to purchase more the dog itself and the buns, etc. Right? So, in totality, the more you sell, the more ingredients you will have to buy. Right? Simple as that. So it's variable. The more you sell, the volume of your production increases. Therefore, your variable cost also increases. Okay, I think I mentioned that. Now look at this one here. This is a burger. It's a very juicy burger. So this is the cost of one burger. You got the bun, you got the patty, condiments, cheese, and garnishment. Okay, garnishment? No, just garnish. Garnishment will be something else. So lettuce, tomato, blah blah blah. Okay, so you total $1.30. If you sell 2 of this, if you sell 2 burgers, what would your cost be? $2.60. $2.60. Okay. So if I say if you're going to sell 10 burgers, then it would be 30. That's it. So it's very simple, right? Increases per your volume of output. Whereas a fixed cost is one time. When you start your business or you make an investment or something, you have to incur that cost initially. Okay. If you want to open your business, what do you need to do? You need to say either buy or rent a building, right, or a store. That is a known cost for one time. Okay? Or actually, this is not one time. This is recurring. Because there's going to be a one time. So when you open up your business, okay, if you're paying for rent, an example, it's a monthly. It's usually a monthly rent that you're paying for. Okay? But you can expect to know how much that is. It's exactly the same. That's why it's fixed. But it's reoccurring fixed. When you're going to advertise on a billboard, let's assume you're going to advertise every 2 months, all right, at a price of $1,000. That's fine. So you know you can predict that. It will come every 2 months so that you will be paying for your billboards for that one whole year. Okay? And finally, there's one-time fixed cost. These are usually initial investment to get the business going. Either you're going to buy your own building. That's a one-time thing. Either you're going to buy equipment, all right, such as, I don't know what this is. It could be to cook something. It could be, say, you're going to renovate your store. Those are one-time things. Okay, you know you can expect, and it will not happen again in the near future. Those are the 3. So the reason why we care about any of those for us as a marketing student is that we need to understand how costs are divided between variable and fixed. If you don't know the distinction, then how are you able to properly market? It's very crucial to know the difference because we can forecast earnings by manipulating any of those 3 types of expenses. Okay? We manipulate those 3 expenses so that we can determine what our ultimate earnings would be. Okay? So here is a long example. Well, not long, it's just more reading. So this company produces buses and has only one product. They sell buses. To make each bus, the company needed to purchase $60 of raw materials and components. In order to turn the raw materials and components into a bus, the company had 6 laborers, which made $40 each per bus provided or produced. The company rented the building where the buses were produced at a cost of $600 per month and had an annual insurance of $1,200 per year. And additionally, the company purchased a crane to lift and move components in place for assembly at a cost of $1,000, and tooling to turn the raw materials into components at a cost of $2,500. And finally, the owner paid himself $300 a month. Okay, I know that was a handful of stuff that I just said, but as you can see, there are numbers whereby it is per month, per year, per month. What do we do when we see a question like that? Without knowing everything just in detail, but when you see different ranges in time, what do you do?
Fixed price.
Where's the one?
Fixed price, yep.
We can always start to just separate them, since you can combine the month and the month together.
That's right, yes. So you can either separate the ones that are in month, and the ones that are year in this category, or you can say, I'm going to decide to convert everything into month, or I'm going to convert everything into year, right? But if the question tells you what they're looking for, then you convert everything into that in the first place. So you cannot just add all these numbers. You have to know if it's per year or per month. Okay, it's very precise in that regard. So, what are the Acme's variable cost? Well, let's take a look. $60 of raw materials and components plus $240 in labor, because 6 laborers at $40 an hour, that's the total. When we add it up, it's $300. Next, monthly fixed costs, rent, insurance. Insurance is $100 a month because you're getting divided by 12, and salary is per month. That's given. That's $1,000. And finally, at the very bottom, one-time fixed cost. We know $1,000 for crane, $2,500 for the tools, for a total of $3,500. Very simple. Okay? Are we still together? Good. What are the yearly fixed costs? Well, we know what the fixed cost is, but now we've got to convert it into yearly. So we're going to times 12 for the rent, and we already know the insurance is 1 year, and then we're going to times 12 for the salary. That gives us a total of $12,000. All right? And before, I think I already gave you the password, so that's okay.
Sure. You go back to the last bit. Fixed cost per month. Wrong line.
Yes, this is actually incorrect. Total fixed cost, just that's it. So thank you for seeing that. It's just 12,000. Okay. All this stuff is a typo because the question is asking you for yearly fixed cost. Okay. All right. Do you all see? This is just a typo at the bottom here. It should not say cost per month. Okay. It's not per month. We've already converted to 1 year. All right, so when you're done reviewing this, you can log onto the course website and begin your quiz number 1 this evening, and that's quiz A. The password is OFF in caps, okay? Give that a try, and let's take a short break. When we come back from the break, we will have, we're going to do some writing, okay? We're going to take up the exercise that I gave you 2 weeks ago. Right, if you have that with you, please do take it out. If not, then you can still write it on your papers. Yeah, so this is for your participation.